Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And welcome to Break Time with Ragtime Fred. So what do you want to get into today?
I think the day has come that we're going to talk about bears.
Bears.
I don't have a bear cup, but I have a platypus cup. That's my favorite, the platypus. We picked bears today because one of the songs we're going to play is the Grizzly Bear Rag. Tell us a little bit about Grizzly Bear Rag, Bennett.
Well, when you think about ragtime music, a lot of times you think about Scott Joplin because he started it, I guess, and was very prolific. Or maybe you think of James Scott, who was also extremely prolific. But there were a lot of other people writing ragtime music too. And one of them was named George Botsford. And this is one of George Botsford's pieces, Grizzly Bear Rag, and was written in 1910. And I like this song because the second section of the song reminds me of a bear and the way that they walk, the way they flip their feet up when they walk. So when you listen to it, when we get to the part that goes, think about a bear walking. So I hope you enjoyed Grizzly Bear Rag.
The other other song that we're going to do today is a more modern song for us. Usually the pieces that we play are between, 1890 and 1930?
Yeah.
But this is a song from the 50s.
Mm-hmm. And this was written by Duke Ellington and two others.
Johnny Mercer.
Johnny Mercer and somebody else. I forget. I'm sorry. You don't usually hear this song sung, and I like to sing the words because I think they're kind of pretty. So we're going to do Satin Doll for you.
I got out some props for Satin Doll today. I got out, we don't have any satin dolls because the song is probably about
a lady,
a girl or a woman. And but I did find some dolls that our kids left behind from when they were little. And so we have a bear doll.
Grizzly bear.
But we don't have any songs about harp seals. But I like this doll, so I wanted to show it.
Ready?
Yes. Satin Doll.
So you know what time I think it is?
I think it's time for...
I think it might be time for a word from our sponsor.
The sponsor this week is the Seen a Bear Club. Are you a member of the Seen a Bear Club? Are you a member?
I am a member.
I'm a member. I'm a recent member.
How would one join the Seen a Bear Club?
Have you seen a bear?
I have.
Then you're in the club. Ask me.
Have you seen a bear?
I have seen a bear.
Then
So
you're
I'm in the club. So have you seen a bear? Then you can be in the club. What constitutes seeing a bear is a wild bear, not a bear at the zoo, although those are fun to look at too. So if you've seen a bear, in its natural habitat or in town where it's not supposed to be, then you can be a member of the Seen a Bear Club.
Is there a vetting process for members to be in the club?
No, it's honor system only.
Hmm.
So if you can honestly say you've seen a bear, then you're in the club.
When did you see your first bear?
The first bear, the bear that I saw that got me into the club was running across U.S. Route 460 in between Christiansburg and Blacksburg, and it was headed to the Hampton Inn.
The first bear I saw in Milford, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I like this story.
My grandmother was in her 90s and lived alone in Milford, and she always talked about bears that she saw. And they would come in her yard and they would eat her bird seed, and sometimes a very large one would look in her picture window and would have both of his paws on the window and look in like that. And all sounded very terrifying, but she was a tough old bird and she didn't care, and so
She liked
her bears. So she always was talking about her bears. So one time when we were going to go up and visit, I told her I wanted to see these bears. So she said, "Well, I'll pray about it." I said, "All right." So every time we would talk to her before our trip up there, I would remind her about the bear, and I wanted to see this bear, sort of teasing her like I didn't believe her. And she always said, "I'll pray about it." I said, "Okay." So when we got there, I started right in on it. "Where's this bear I'm supposed to see?" And she'd tell me every time. I prayed about it. I said, "All right." So, didn't see a bear. But one night, we were going to go to my aunt's house for dinner. My aunt lived very close, but my grandmother was very old, so we decided to drive her. So our son and I got in the van, put her in the van, and I started the van so we could drive the van over to my aunt's house.
Ban.
And so I'm sitting there, and before I put the car in gear, I look in the rearview mirror, and there was a guy walking his dog back there. So I thought I'd wait, so we just sat and chatted. And I kept thinking, come on, man. The guy was just dawdling at the end of the driveway. And I couldn't see the man, but the dog was standing there. And so after a while, the dog turns and starts walking up the driveway. And so I'm absentmindedly watching it while I talk to my grandmother. And after a while, I thought, that is taking a long time to come up this driveway. And I looked again, and I thought, that is a big dog. And then it struck me that it was a bear. So I said, "It's a bear." And she said, "I told you I pray about it. I told you." So that was my induction into the Seen a Bear Club, thanks to my grandmother's prayer. Yeah.
Seen a Bear Club, today's sponsor.
There you go.
But as an aside, like an extra bonus, Animal Club, if you like being in animal clubs, which I do, Bud and I made up a new club last November, like about 18 months ago or so. And this is called the Seen an Armadillo Club. And if you'd like to join that club, the rules for that are, again, the honor system. But if you've seen an armadillo in the wild, and not as a carcass by the road, but like walking around, then you've seen an armadillo and you can be in our club. And we saw an armadillo. We made up the club when we were at Hilton Head. And we were at the Pinckney Island National Wildlife Reserve, which is real close to Hilton Head, down in the extreme southern coast of South Carolina. And we were walking around looking for alligators, which we saw, and egrets, which were gone for the season. And we heard a rustling in the woods, and out popped an armadillo. So let us know if you are in that club too. We need more members in that one.
Write a comment if you're in the Seen a Bear Club or the Seen an Armadillo
Yes.
Club. Well, do you have anything else you want to say?
Not today, but we'll see you next time.
All right. See you next time on
Break time.
with Ragtime Fred.